Hello, everyone. It is I, Dark Symphony 777, with the possibly my last Q&A. Possibly. Who knows? Maybe I'll do one far in the future. Maybe not. Who knows? And I am with a very, very special guest. My... Should I just call you Star?
Sure, why not?
My very good
Star's
girl...
nice. Roll off the tongue.
Yeah, my girlfriend, Starlitduck.
Hello, everybody. It is I, Starlitduck, your friendly neighborhood fanfiction writer, and professional lazy I don't know.
I mean, you could have done worse. You could have just said, I am a furry.
I'm not a furry.
I know.
I wouldn't say that. I would never say that. Does it count as slander if you're the one who's saying it?
Oh, I would it count as slander if I knew I was just joking?
No, I'm talking about like, can I be slanderous against myself? That's what I was talking about.
I mean, it probably
Anyway,
wouldn't work in a court of law or something like that.
You know?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't work in like a court of law. It's like, Judge, my client was being slanderous towards himself. Yeah, we're gonna throw that out. Oh.
Hey, I've seen crazier.
That's true. That is true. With the world we live in, there's lots of crazy stuff.
Yes. So, what are we doing?
So, we're going to answer some questions, both me and Star. Some of these questions are going to be geared more towards the channel, so I'm only going to be answering those. But for those that are not geared specifically towards the channel, or ones that you cannot, or the ones that Star cannot answer, i.e., you do not have to answer them if you do not want to.
Cool.
Okay, so
I just have to sit here and listen to your soothing voice.
Aw, thank you. So
you're welcome.
Where should we start? Because we have about over 30 questions.
Start at the bottom and work your way up.
Bottom and work my way up? Okay. So let's start with the Spaghetti King.
Great username. I like it.
He randomly appeared on when I did a meme for a community post. He responded.
Oh,
hey,
cool.
Yeah.
History with the Spaghetti King.
Yeah, he also did a community sometimes community posts that I respond on. I asked him, hey, you want to ask a question? He's like, yeah, sure. And he asked, what is your favorite Toho fan fiction? I mean, I
cannot answer that.
You cannot answer this. Be mailing. Because it's about the best girl. It is about the best girl.
Wait, is that Better Off Alone tier 1 that was first person POV that you reviewed a few years back?
Yes. Are you able to see the screen?
I can see the picture. I can see the screen, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I remember you reviewing that one, and you said that you were very surprised and very pleased that I was Better Off Alone tier, considering at the time you did not like reading first person POV.
Yeah, I still don't like, for the most part, first person point of view. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
But this one's really, really surprising, how well done it is. And also, it's about best girl. It's about the best Toho character.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Koichi fan myself.
Yes, you are a Koichi fan, and I like mailing. I don't care if the fan base calls her a butt monkey. She's my butt monkey. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong picture. I'm on the wrong screen. It's the wrong Google Doc. Oh well. I'll check that off. Okay.
Yeah.
This
is King. I know
this is Meme King. This is the author of Total Drama Infinite.
Nice.
Yeah, he was thinking of questions to ask. Is and he finally sent me them. So he has 2 questions. I don't know if you could answer the first question, because as far as I know, you only played Mario Kart.
Oh no, I played more than Mario Kart. I've played Skylanders, I played World of Warcraft, I played New Super Mario Bros, I played Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh.
I have played a lot of games, but not a lot of indie games. But if I had to choose Hollow Knight, maybe.
You played Hollow Knight?
I didn't, but I've seen my family playing it, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun. my friend from Germany, he actually bought Silk Song, and he liked it so much he actually bought me a copy. And he's like, "Hey, I
Nice.
want to support these guys so much. I want to buy you a copy of this game." It's like,
Yeah, that my family is currently working their way through Silk Song, and a few nights ago, my brother showed me the games you play with the fluffy fleas, and I'm like, "That's really cute."
yeah. So favorite. So okay. So let's. What is my favorite indie game? I have a couple. First off is Bloodstained. Let me actually get a picture of it because I actually Bloodstained. Yeah. Let me just ignore this. Just a
I
picture.
can't
This
see
game.
anything.
You can't see a picture.
I can't see the picture.
All right, let me see if I can. Oh, let me see if I can share change screen. The entire screen. There we go. This game.
Oh, that game.
Yes, this game.
Yeah.
I
No,
recently
that's
just I recently just finished doing a let's play on this, so it's still up. It just
yeah,
finished. Yeah. Let's see. There's
that's very cool.
also Misty's Izakaya. I love that game.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh, does Doki Doki Literature count as a indie game?
It would count as an indie game. I'm pretty sure.
I want to change my answer to that because I've had more experience with Doki Doki Literature Club than I do with Hollow Knight.
Is it just
Both
because?
are pretty good. I
Is
like
it just
both.
because of Monica?
No, because I've seen the Game Grumps Let's Play DDLC.
That's fine.
And
That's fine. Let's see.
yeah.
Bloodstained, Misty's Izakaya. Misty's Izakaya is a really great game. Uh, Other indie games. And could you count? Could you count Neptunia as indie? No, I don't think you'd count Neptunia as indie. I recently actually played this game called Aegis. I told you about it, but it's a really great indie game.
Okay.
Uh, it's just a really fun puzzle. It's a really fun puzzle platform about this girl named Kiara who basically is trying to find purpose in life, and
Thanks.
she
Classic
comes this
existential crisis.
yeah she comes this really this weird island because she found out that the island can bestow gifts on anyone, and she's hoping to use the gift to help find a purpose in life, and she's given these arrows that fire two not arrows, this bow that fires two types of arrows. One advances the age of things, and one rewinds the age of things. And so she travels across this
Interesting.
island trying to find purpose, and she eventually has to save people of the island from this boy named V, who is very desperate and trying to save his sister who has an incurable
Right.
disease, and that he's constantly using the souls of people on the island to fuel like him going back in time to try and keep his sister, like cure his sister. It's just kind of it's a very depressing story near the end, but it's very well
Yeah.
done.
So,
Yeah, and
that
a lot of the puzzles are really fun.
his motivation makes me think of Mr. Freeze from Batman because his wife she had to be put into cryogenic slumber because she had an incurable disease.
Yes, yeah, it's pretty much like that. Do you fun fact, that wasn't Freeze's original character.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I do not doubt
Yeah,
that. I'm not very literate when it comes
that
to
backstory was created for the animated series.
yes. I've recently
Say
watched some episodes. Recently watched some episodes of the animated series. It's pretty good. I like
it's
it.
really good. It is still to this day the definitive, widely considered the definitive Batman.
Yes, I can believe it.
Yes. Any games
All
you are
right.
keen on checking on in the future? There's one. It's a game
Okay.
called Constance. It's actually coming out on the 24th in like 2 weeks. It's
So 12 days away.
12 days away. It's a Metroidvania because that's actually my favorite genre of video games, Metroidvania. It's about a
Right.
girl. Let me see if you know what? I can actually store because I can actually just do this. Constant. There it is, right here.
Nice.
Yep. And this is like a picture of it. I played the demo. It's really fun. It's like a Metroid slash Souls like game where you play as a little artist
Yeah.
and she's using a paintbrush to beat up enemies, and it's really fun, but also very hard.
Right. So like most Metroidvanias then.
A lot of Metroidvanias aren't that tough. Like the Castle, like say the Castlevania franchise, the only Castlevania games that are like actually difficult for the Metroidvania ones are Circle the Moon. If you don't know the system, because the gameplay in that game is actually very kind of stiff, and Order of Ecclesia
Right.
because that game's actually made differently.
Right.
But every other Metroidvania game in the Castlevania franchise is like super easy.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
this
I
game,
learned something new.
yeah, but this game is meant to be hard. And it's like but it's really really fun. And
Yeah.
I honestly cannot wait to play this. Honestly, I think you would actually like this game outside of the
I might.
difficulty.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the art style already. It's very Hollow Knight-ish while
Yeah,
also being
maybe I get you this game in the future.
maybe.
Or
Yeah.
maybe when I give you the laptop, I can keep Steam on, and I can share and I can share my library with you, and you can play this.
Well, yeah.
Because
That would be nice. That'd be
yes,
nice. I don't know if they can do something that specific during a factory reset, but
no, I can when I factory reset it, I can just simply reinstall Steam because Steam is like free to down.
oh,
Steam is like free to
oh,
download.
that's nice.
Yeah, and then
That'd be nice.
all you have to do is make your own account. I share my library with you, and you get access to pretty much all my games, except for the ones that specifically said you cannot share this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So who is our next? Oh, I actually know this author.
Yes.
She,
Yeah, she actually.
I've read her fanfics, and she's another Koopalings author, and she has her own Koopalings series called Emigrated. I've read her work. Shout out to you, Subter194. You are awesome.
Are her stories good?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're pretty good. I enjoy them. They're not perfect, but then again, neither are my stories. So
I mean, not every story is perfect. Not even Better Off Alone is perfect.
yeah, I bet not this time. Fate is pretty close for you, though.
Not this time. Fate would legitimately be pretty close. Same thing with Better Off Alone.
Yeah,
If it fixed the grammar errors at the beginning, couple chapters, then yeah, they'd be
right.
pretty close too.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
her first question is, what shows did you watch as a kid? Ooh,
Ooh,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
getting personal here.
Yes. Well, she actually did send me a DM. It's like, hey, can I ask you like personal question? It's like, as long as it's not too personal, I don't mind it. So like,
Right.
I even gave examples. Like, if you're asking for my name, I can give you my name. But if you ask for my address, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, no one should do that.
No,
No one should do.
no. I'm not doxing myself like that.
Yeah.
As a
All right.
kid, oh, I remember when I was a kid. I actually would regularly wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I would
Mm-hmm.
actually go outside my grandparents' house because around that time I was living with my grandparents, and I
Right.
leave the front door open because my grandparents always went to the garage, and I always watched the garage to wait for them to leave because my grandfather and my grandmother actually used to go to the Hard Rock Casino to gamble because they were retired at the
Hmm.
time, so it's like we got money to spend, let's just gamble and see what we get.
And you were a kid? They left
What?
you alone in the house when you were a kid?
No. I was my mom and my older brother and my cousins lived there. It was a big family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we all stayed there. I just
Okay.
would always stay up. I would just always stay up that late, and they always get back
Right.
around like 8 or 9 anyway. So once I noticed they left, I would actually sneak back into the house. I would go into the living room and I would turn on their TV and watch the Ink and Pink Club. You ever heard of that?
Watch.
It's called the Ink and Pink Club.
Never heard of that.
It was basically a show that was developed by Disney. I think it was released in the 1970s. That all it did was show a bunch of old 1920s to 1940s era Mickey and Donald cartoons. That it was just an hour of
Hmm.
nothing but that, and I love those shit, and I love that because
Yeah,
it
that
was just
sounds nice.
yeah, it was really good. It didn't last that long because I think at this time they were phasing out. Disney was phasing this stuff out, but it was
Right.
it was very enjoyable and I really liked a lot of it. That was that era, that time frame is also when I figured out what was that name of that Disney musical about the newspapers. Can't remember what it was called.
Oh,
I
Rhapsody in Blue?
possibly I just wish I knew what it was called.
I don't know.
And yeah, but it was really, that was really good too. But once it ended, I just stopped watching that. Other cartoons I watched when I was a kid, I watched like the standard Nickelodeon, Disney stuff. I watched a lot of Hercules the cartoon, and that shit was just
Yeah.
hilarious. Uh,
Aphrodite, the
the
goddess
goddess
of
of
love.
love. Dun. I'm having flashbacks to the episode where he's asking Aphrodite, he's like, "Can you make it curvy?" It's like, no, you have too curvy. Uh-uh.
Yeah. She was voiced by Lisa Kudrow in that show.
Yeah, and Hades was, of course, voiced by Adam Woods.
James Wood.
James Woods, my bad. I was thinking of Adam West for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, his name was James Wood.
James Woods, because I was like in his contract that he gets like first dibs for Hades.
Yeah.
What?
Good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was his favorite role, and he still voices Hades when he can.
Yeah.
Like Cartoon Network, of course, Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, Courage. I really love Courage. I think like the only other unique thing was anime. I think like the only anime I regularly watched in the '90s was actually Yu-Gi-Oh! I just really loved Yu-Gi-Oh!
That explains everything.
That explains everything.
Everything makes perfect sense now.
I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I still love Yu-Gi-Oh! I know a lot of people hate Yu-Gi-Oh! They're like, you see a lot of Yu-Gi tubers. They go like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is dying, and like when like the cards that they hate is like gone, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is healing, and then another card that they hate comes out, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh's dying. It's just annoying, and
yeah,
it's just really, yeah, it's really annoying. What about you?
Anyway, now I need to answer this question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's a very broad question because there's a big time frame for when you're a kid, like it's like for 17 years maybe. But yeah, let me see if I can think of a good answer for this. When I was For the longest time, I watched mainly shows on Nick Jr. because my parents were very overprotective at the time. They didn't want to expose me to anything too um violent or anything like that, or too morally questionable.
Yeah,
So I mainly watched Blue's Clues for a long time.
Blue's Clues was
And
a good cart. Was a pretty good cartoon for its time.
Yeah, I still have mad respect for Blue's Clues because it teaches lessons that are very, very valuable to kids and were very valuable to me too. And okay, and aside from
Hold
Blue's
on one second.
Clues, what? Pause.
Okay, it's unpaused.
All right. Anyway, where were we?
Blue's Clues.
Too bad you paused it because then I'd have to entertain people with my charming skills. All right. Anyway, Blue's Clues. I watched a lot of Blue's Clues when I was a kid, and still like it to this day. One thing I watched with my brother a lot was Transformers Cybertron.
Oh,
So my brother was very, very into Transformers, and he still is to this day as an adult.
I remember Transformers Cybertron. That was a good show.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the animation isn't the best.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
I would really be interested in checking out the original Japanese version because I know they did some changes in localization. Like, for example, Override, the character who was the leader of Speed Planet, she was female in the English dub, but she was male in the Japanese version.
Huh, I didn't know that. Then again, I don't know much about Transformers. I was never big into the franchise myself.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not either. I just remember, although Transformers 1 was pretty good, I would rather recommend that one. And after Transformers Cybertron, I watched a decent amount of Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is really funny.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb is funny.
One of the few Disney shows that I actually watched as a kid. And believe it or not, when I was around 11, I believe, when I was 11, My mother, I remember she was watching How I Met Your Mother on the family TV, and so I decided, and I thought it was funny, and so I decided to watch How I Met Your Mother for myself, and I binge watched it, all the available seasons back when I was 11 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
I had an interesting childhood, didn't I? Blue's Clues, Transformers, and How I Met Your Mother. What a great lineup, don't you think?
yeah, I mean, there's always like that one show as a kid you watch it, like everyone was like wondering why you watched that. Like for
Yeah.
me, everyone was like weird. I was like, why do you like Xena Warrior Princess? Like, I don't know, I just like it.
Yeah, I need to get into watching more shows because I do not know a lot about unpopular media. I actually watched Back to the Future for the first time ever tonight, and that shows you how illiterate I am when it comes to popular media.
I mean, we can always watch. We can just always watch something together at a future time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after we finish Madoka.
yeah. After we finish Madoka Magica. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next
Okay.
question. Put 'em
If
up.
you would be any OC in any Koopaling fanfiction you read or reviewed, who would you be? Not necessarily a question I would ask everyone, but oh well. I mean, Singe.
Singe? Singe
I
Marshall?
mean,
My character?
I mean, I'm very limited with with like stories focused on the Koopalings because it's just they're just really yours stories.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Um,
okay, who do we have? We have Celia, we have Singe, we have Ruby, we have
we have
I mean
Bob. We have
Bob.
Arya.
Oh, Bob! I love me Bob. I forgot about Bob.
Yeah. You could be just an average Joe Schmo, and you could also have superpowers on the side.
The the most boring guy in the world with superpowers.
Yes. Yes. I'm actually looking forward to you reading episode 35 because he appears in it and he gets
Oh,
a
I can't
girlfriend.
wait! I can't wait! I still think Bob's your best OC because
Thank you.
I just think he's just hilarious.
Thank you. As
What
for me, read or reviewed. Oh, that actually limits my scope because
I mean,
I write
we'll change
all
the question. Is like if you would step in like the shoes of like any of your own OCs for one day, who would it be?
hmm. It probably wouldn't be Celia because she lived a hard life where she was prejudiced and stuff. Wouldn't be
Okay.
Ruby or Cinch because they've also lived a hard life. Bob, I mean, I like the idea of having superpowers. That's really appealing. Arya maybe but she's been dead for like half a like a decade and a half, so maybe not her.
I mean, when you
Maybe
do the time when you do the timeline thing, because I know that's what you told me. You do the timeline things, so it's like she was kind of sort of never dead, but she was kind of was when that happens.
yeah, she a hybrid timeline. Like
Yeah,
everybody who was impacted by the event had two sets of memories. Honestly, okay, back to the question. I would honestly go with Stormy.
Stormy.
Stormy would be interesting. Do
That's
you know who Stormy is?
it's one of Wendy's friends, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's rich, she's kind, she gets along with people. She's very nice, and yeah, Stormy. That's what I'm going with.
All right. What's your favorite
Anybody
time
else?
of year and why?
Ooh,
Ooh, that's an easy question. Thanksgiving,
yeah.
because I get to eat
Oh
lots of
yeah,
food.
me too. Me too. Love Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Love it. Yeah.
Yep. So let's
I
just
have.
that's an easy question. What
Yeah,
video games did you play as a kid? Oh, that's a good one.
yeah. That is a good one.
That's a good. Okay, so you remember how you said your parents were like highly protective of you when you were a kid?
Yes.
My family was the opposite. They didn't get. They gave zero shits. Hilariously,
Mm.
the very first video game I've actually ever played was Resident Evil 2.
Really?
Yeah, I was like
That's not a really
I was like
good game.
5 when I played that.
Hmm. Well, honestly, my first game isn't much better. It was World of Warcraft. I made my first character when I was 5.
I,
So
I mean,
that was the first.
what would be worse? Resident Evil World of Warcraft for a kid.
Yeah. World of Warcraft is very like it, it's become watered down in recent years thanks to the devs wanting it to make it more approachable for a mass demographic.
Yeah.
Back when I played it, it was very much adult oriented. But
Yeah, like
I am
what would be worse? Like a massive army of zombies that's destroying a town, or other players just saying naughty words at you?
yeah. Also, this question I should point out is what video games did you play as a kid, not what was your first video games. So
Yeah,
there are
so like
several
other
video games.
yeah, so like other video games, my family growing up we had like a lot of consoles. So we had like an Atari, we had a Sega Genesis, we had a PlayStation, Dreamcast,
Yeah.
Super Nintendo, a lot of like a lot of consoles. So just going through like all the games that I played as a kid, we'd be here for a while. But
Yeah.
like the ones I played the most,
My
the ones I played the most of would be Donkey Kong Country 3, Castlevania Symphony Night, which is my favorite game of all time. The Sonic
right.
trilogy, Sonic Adventure 2, Super Mario World. I really like the original Super Smash Brothers. Paper Mario 64 was really fun,
Yeah.
and just so much
I
more.
want to play. I want to play the Thousand Year Door remake. I haven't played any of the Mario RPGs.
I gotta at least show you Thousand Year Door. Like when I go to visit
I know
you,
the plot.
no, when I
I
go to
know the
visit you,
plot. I've seen the
I'm going to have you play Thousand Year Door.
okay. I know the plot and characters. I know what happens in it because I saw a Let's Play back in the day, but I've never played it myself.
Oh, it's really good. It's a really great
Yeah.
game.
All right. Now my turn to answer this question.
Yes.
My first console game was Mario Kart Wii. My parents bought me a Wii back in like 2008, 2009, like right after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first console game. I also played New Super Mario Bros. Wii too, and I also played Skylanders, like Spyro's Adventure Giants. Although my brother's more into Skylanders than I ever was, and I played a pretty obscure game, Pop Tropica. Have you ever heard of Pop Tropica?
No, actually.
Oh, it's a really Pop Tropica was a pretty interesting game. It was I don't really know how to describe it. Basically, you play as this little character and you have this blimp and you go around to different islands that have a different storyline and a different quest that you have to complete. And if you do, you get a medal. And
Hmm.
it was actually made by the same person who wrote Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Jeff Kinney.
Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Is
Yeah.
it like a
It was. It
it,
was. Emphasis on was because it's actually
oh, it's dead
as
media.
it got bigger and bigger, it actually started to go downhill.
Oh,
But back when I played it, it was really fun.
all right. Do you have
All right.
pets?
Yes. Moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
You have cats. I used to have a Jack Russell.
Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah. Her name was Jasmine,
Okay.
and we had to actually give her up because my sister decided one day to take her for a walk. And since Jack Russells are known for being very excitable, that's like the thing they're known for. Uh,
Right.
Jasmine decided while she was being walked to go to the bathroom to just jump on an old lady and try and play with her. And she actually was so strong she actually got the leash out of my sister's hands. And when she jumped on the
Mm.
lady, her claws actually dug into her like her feet and legs and caused them to bleed. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's not
so the lady called animal
okay.
control. Like the animal control people, were even like understood. It's like, yeah, we can't really, we're not gonna put down her because at the end of the day, what happened was a legit accident. But we have to at least
Yeah.
tell you you have to give the dog up for adoption. So
Right.
yeah,
How
we
old were
gave her
you
to
when
a
this
shelter,
happened?
stuff like that. Yeah.
How old were
Now,
you when this happened?
this happened around 2009, around 2009, 2010. So around 15
All
years ago.
right.
So if anything,
Yeah.
she might have passed away by now by old age.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was 26 years ago.
No, that was about almost 16 years ago.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Um,
and
I'm
nowadays
bad at math.
yeah,
I'm bad at math.
it's fine. And nowadays I just refuse to have pets because after after Jazz, we had to give up Jasmine. My mom went on like a really big spree of like, I'm going to adopt every single cat. And by like 2015, we had like 14, 15 cats in the house. And
Oh,
it's full of dander and all that. And it just, no, I didn't want any more pets after that.
right. I have 7 cats, as I've told you. They're most of them were I think all of them are rescues actually, because we got them from various sources, and they're all very sweet, except one who's the devil. But they're
That's
even she's nice every once in a while.
all right.
Anyway,
That's fine. Okay. What is your favorite franchise of fiction to read about? I'm aware you have passions about many franchises, but if you had to choose, which one is your favorite?
let me answer this because it'll be easy. Mario, done. You
Yeah.
you take it away, Devin.
Yeah. Oh, this is if it was like the opposite, like which one is my least favorite, I would easily just say Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I don't I don't know
Oh,
why, but I just never like reading Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan fictions, especially when they try to incorporate Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels because it's always the most awkward thing possible.
right. Yeah, I remember you said in terms of like video game adaptations, you said that that very often when people adapt the gameplay style, it often fails. And I imagine it's the same kind of thing
Yeah,
with the Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah,
things.
Yu-Gi-Oh is because of the complexity of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is a very very complex game.
Yeah,
Uh,
you don't need to tell me that. I've seen you play it.
you seen me play it. I was actually considering of when I actually got to this specific question, I would actually show like a replay from Master Duel of a duel I was in, but I think I don't think I changed my mind at the last second.
Right.
Whenever people try to write like Yu-Gi-Oh duels in fan fiction, it now always fails because they try to make it too much like the actual card game and not
Hmm.
enough like how how we like it in the anime, but like with the people constantly throwing decks at each other, constantly like the mind games and the mindsets and all that. It's just a straight card game. And it never works because,
Right.
and also the fact that like all the duels tend to be either happening every single chapter, and also every single duel kind of ending up being the same, very samey.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
but no,
what.
that
Sorry.
just seems like a weird writing decision to me to have the duels be every chapter. It's
Well,
like
it's
every
because a lot of them
like,
try to emulate how the anime goes because the anime all the animes had duels pretty much every single episode. So they're trying to emulate that.
oh
It
wait,
it doesn't translate well to literature.
so I'm sensing a discrepancy. You said they try to emulate so they try to emulate the anime, but at the same time try to make the card game too much like the real world version instead of the anime version.
No,
It
no, no.
was kind of a
They try to yeah they do the formula. Every chapter has a duel which is following the anime. The problem is the way they stylize the duel is based off the actual card game because the card game because they have to actually limit what they can do in the anime to in order to make it
right,
entertaining. Like famously, uh, the Yu-Gi-Oh animes actually had like two specific writers. They had one writer that was specifically only for the duels. Like this is the writer was job was like we need you just to script the duels to make them entertaining, and then a separate writer just for everything else.
right.
And so during Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns, the writer in charge of the duels openly admitted that he had such a hard time writing the duels for one of the characters. His name was Soulburner, and his deck was
Hmm.
a deck called Salamandrates. That deck was so powerful that he quite literally could not write a way for him to lose because the deck was that good,
I see.
which which caused a lot of it's like it's just straight up a time thing. Like as like the game gets cards get more powerful, so everything kind of has to lose its edge and everything becomes homogenized and stuff like that.
Right. Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it's why like some of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction would be like Total Drama Yu-Gi-Oh, specifically the duel between Kaiba and Gwen. That's still my favorite duel in any Yu-Gi-Oh fan fiction. I'm still bummed out that story is completely dead media, because I really would have loved to review that story, because that total drama Yu-Gi-Oh would have easily been better off alone here. Just from the quality of the duels itself, for perfectly emulating the actual anime instead of more strictly following the card game.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, there's a Yu-Gi-Oh Ruby crossover where like a running gag is like all the Ruby characters are Chibi's dual spirits, and they like commentate on like various rulings and stuff like that, wondering how they cards work. So it's actually a good learning tool if you want to learn how to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look at that if I want to get into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do want to get to Yu-Gi-Oh, because when I was working,
yeah, when you saw me, you like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, because like, what is happening? I can't follow it.
Yeah, yeah. The only reason I follow it, I'm able to keep up with it, is because I played since like 2002. So.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about what is my favorite franchise to read about, it would definitely have to be
MLP.
Probably, because My Little Pony is probably the most stories I've reviewed.
Yeah, so that means I guessed it. Do I want a prize?
You get a dance.
I'll do that tomorrow when I go to work. I usually dance at work when the week.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
All right. What made you think of your FN fanfic pen name and your YouTube name? Oh, this was actually not my pen name or my YouTube name. This was actually my gamer tag from like 2011, 2012.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just adopted it into your...
Yeah, because I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Castlevania, and so I wanted to make a name that kind of represents me, as well as like being representative of the Castlevania franchise as a whole. Like, because Symphony is of course short for Symphony of the Night, which is my favorite game, and Dark Symphony, if you shorten it to like the initials, it's DS, where the DS Castlevania games like Order of Ecclesia are, and it's like,
right.
And 7 just happens to be my favorite number, so I just kind of toss that in. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I originally wanted to do just Dark Symphony, but that was like already taken, so I was like, all right, I'll just throw in like 7s.
Very, very smart. Big brain moment.
Yeah.
Okay, how I came up with my username, Starlitduck, it's actually kind of simple. When I was a baby, my parents I had a duck themed blanket, and my parents called me their ducky, and they've called me Ducky for a lot during my early childhood. And when I joined the site back in 2019, I wanted to pay homage to that in some way. I originally tried to do Ducky D833, but that didn't work out, and so I switched to Starlitduck, and ever since then it just stuck. The duck stuck.
Oh, you're my cutie booty ducky.
Thank you.
All right. Final question by Sobcher. Have there ever been any franchises you wanted to read about, but you haven't gotten the chance to because fanfiction doesn't have that certain franchise in any genre? So here's the thing with the channel. If I usually take suggestions, or if I want to, I can easily just go to AO3, like Archive of Our Own, and just find a story there. Sure.
Right.
Most of it's going to be smut, but who knows? I might find something.
Yeah.
Or if I want to specifically read like My Little Pony stories, I just go to FIM Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's literally a page you can download for your computer that just takes you to the website. It's like, hey, I can just do this. And just I can just read. Yeah, I can just read all of the ponies.
Yeah, I'm not much of an MLP fan, so I don't know. I don't see myself doing that. As for me answering this question, I really don't know. I don't know how to answer it, so let's move on.
Yes. So the next one is Mishadro9. He has 3 questions. His first question: what is your favorite character from fiction? He actually gives answers to his own questions.
Yeah.
Like his favorite characters are the Scarlet Twins from Toho and Mia from Mi Side.
Right.
So, what is your favorite character? Let's actually separate this into two. What is your favorite Toho character, since he specifically mentions Toho, and what is your favorite non-Toho, like some of your favorite non-Toho other fiction characters?
Right. Well, I don't know much about Toho, so I'm gonna have to answer Koishi for Toho.
Yeah,
Maybe
Queen.
if I learn when I learn more about it, I can answer that. But as for others, Ludwig von Koopa and Raven from Teen Titans,
All right.
because I relate to Raven very much as a character. Like when I was a kid, I had a lot of issues, and I could really very much see myself in her and her struggles of having to keep her emotions in check. And Ludwig von Koopa, well, he's my favorite character to write in Super Koopalings, and to this, and I've always had a soft spot for him ever since I first played New Super Mario Bros. Wii. But yeah,
All right. So for Toho specific characters, I have a couple. First one, of course, it's the bunny and Junko.
yeah,
Oh no, pure mommy is flipping us off. I love Ryson because she's just a goofy goober. She's just, oh, here's a butt monkey. She also has a bunny. Enjoy. And Junko, I just love for her backstory because like every single like villain of Toho before Junko is like, oh, prepare to be mildly inconvenienced, everyone. And then Junko's like, I'm just gonna casually murder people. It's just like, it's just buffalo. Like, huh? Where did we get? Okay, how did we get from like the Scarlet Twins who just want to like shroud the land in like mist so that way Romelia can just go outside and enjoy herself to just casual murder?
Hmm. I want to know how we got from point A to point B. Oh,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
Mailing.
And of course we got Mei Ling. She's easily my favorite character from Toho. I love the
Mm,
design. I love her like her backstory, like what we know about her. She just kind of stands outside and guards the mansion all the time, and she just kind of and then like the fans just turn her into like, oh, she's from China. Yes, she's clearly from China. And then
mm.
finally we got Suika. Like she's just a little gremlin. Like
Yeah, she looks young. She looks like a little kid.
she's supposed to be shooting Joji, who is the leader of the Onis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's supposed to be the absolute king of the Onis in Japanese mythology, but in Toho, the leader of the Onis would be Zanmu from Toho
Yeah,
19.
I know she has horns.
Yeah, she has horns. All the Onis have horns. There's her horns are like big. There's Kasen, her horns are hidden by buns because she's trying to hide the fact that she's an Oni. And then there's Yugi, who has like one big horn sticking out of her forehead, and she's just like, "Hey, you want to fight? Let's fight!"
Hmm,
Oh,
interesting.
see these buildings? After an Oni brawl, those buildings don't exist anymore. Don't worry, they'll be back up in like 2 hours. They'll probably be teared down again.
Hmm, okay.
Yeah, non Toho characters. Alucard from Castlevania. I like the Koopalings. I do. I'm mostly a
Aw.
Roy fan. I just like Roy. I just think he's just like, hey, yo, what's up?
I like the way I write him. The way I write him is kind of
Yeah,
different from how.
it's very different from how Roy is typically done. There's also Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, come on, it's Seto Kaiba.
Look at that. He's a cyborg.
No, that's like gear he made himself. So that way, okay. So in the context
Oh,
of the movie, this specific Kaiba's from, he's basically so salty about the Yami, who is the spirit of the Millennium Puzzle, passing on to the afterlife. The Kaiba's like, I want my salty run back, and he develops all this gear just to go to the afterlife so he can duel the pharaoh, so he can challenge the pharaoh to a duel.
hmm,
It's like, I've been in the
interesting.
afterlife. What are you doing, Kaiba? I want to duel. Did you just really go? Did you just really technically kill yourself just to get a run back? Yes.
But people die when they are killed.
Not me. I die when I make a machine and I just casually walk in like the chat I am.
You really thought killing me is enough to make me die.
Plus, it's like everyone is in agreement. Like when people are kids, they prefer Yugi. But when people are adults, they prefer Kaiba.
Yeah.
He's just a Chad.
Alright.
What is your favorite animal? And his answer is a shoebill, which is like a bird thing.
Yeah.
I only know
I'll
about
tell you
shoebill
what my
because of kimono friends.
I will tell you what my favorite animal is. Um, the American woodcock. It is a bird, and it's very, very cute because whenever it walks, it dances. This little dance.
Oh, I know that. I was thinking of woodpecker for some reason. Then you said the dance, and it's like, oh, now I know.
Yeah, it's adorable. It's just I love it.
Hmm.
When I was a kid, I liked butterflies a lot because actually I actually had a book that I borrowed from the library that talked about different butterfly breeds, and it got I just kept it to myself. I checked it out all the time. It started to wear down, and so I the library just said, yeah, just keep it, keep it.
That's fine. Let's see. What would be my favorite animal? I'm. I would probably say Blue Jays. Yeah, yeah. I think Blue
Oh,
Jays would be
those
good.
are mean.
Yeah,
Blue jays are mean.
really.
You like the mean?
Nah,
Yeah,
I like how they look. But if it,
yeah, they look nice.
but I'm also a fan of snakes, non venomous snakes, but I like them.
Would you keep one as a pet?
Probably it'd be very weird feeding them because you have to feed them like actual animals instead of
Nice.
food. Yeah, mice and stuff like that if it's big enough.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
He says, roll of three suggests there needs to be a third question. So, what is the most shameful or cringe thing you did in the past that you possibly regret?
Oh no, I have to answer this one.
I know what my answer is.
You go first.
Meeting my ex. That'd be the
Oh,
first thing.
oh, yeah. Let's not go too deep into that
Yeah,
then.
I'm not. I'm leaving at that. Let's just say, my ex, not a nice person.
Yes. As for me, I know what I want to say, but at the same time, that would open a can of worms. So I'll just say writing left to our own devices. That is a fan fiction I am very much actively ashamed of. And if any of my readers are watching this video, I'm not continuing it. Never gonna continue it.
All right. Okay. So this is my these are my questions. These are your questions. We'll do these three. We'll do these three. Well, no, not these. These three are specifically meant to be just for me, so I can answer them really
Okay.
quickly. By OG Plush, what is the most recent best fic you read this month? That would be the Xena fic. Actually,
Oh, two
we're
Greek
actually going to
ladies.
the back. Yeah, it's right here. The Adventure to Greek Ladies. So that is very easy. Well, honestly, there's only like three fan fictions I'm reading this month, so you know it says this month, so it's like if this is
Yeah.
the best and the worst is
You
this
can
by
just
default, the kind of by default. I don't think. Okay,
yeah.
okay. So honestly, I don't think this is a bad story. It's just really kind of screwed over by the fact it's first person.
Right. Yeah, you told me about
Yeah.
that.
Can we
All
get a
right, what's the
peek at
last
the
one?
list of stories that you're covering up? And he's just like, yeah, it's like that's fine. So we're going back here.
I mean, you kind of already did when you showed the list.
No. For next year, like these
Next year.
stories, yeah, these are four of them, and then the rest of them are right here.
Look at
These are
that.
all stories. The first one I'm going to review next year is going to be where is right here. The girl who shouted out the heart of the world. This is the one. This is the million word one that I need to actually get. I need to actually get this one done first.
Oh, wow. Good luck.
Yeah,
I love
that's why I wanted to
I
do
love
this. That's why I want to do this one first because I'm gonna be spending all of December just reading through this.
don't forget to blink.
Yeah, don't forget the blink. Yeah, yeah. There's that. I think we have enough time for yeah. Let's just do these three Tiana questions last, and then we'll end here.
Tatiana, I love you.
Yes. Oh, let me just. Okay. Question number 1. What is your favorite genre to read? Ooh, that's easy. Mystery. No, wait, not mystery. Drama. I'm a big drama fan.
Me, family.
Hmm. Would family be a
As
genre?
you know, it is. You can select your own fan fiction.
Okay, that's fine. What's your least favorite
Also love
genre
the
or
writing.
one you don't care for? That's another easy one. I'm not a big fan of biographical stuff.
Right.
I just find them
As for
boring.
me, as for me, Western, because like I've never read it. I've never read it, and I don't even know what it's about. So, like,
That's
what would qualify as a Western aside from the cowboy stereotypical stuff. So, yeah, I don't really care for Western.
all right. What's a fan fiction you love to go back and read over and over again? Better Off Alone. Obvious.
Um, Soul Swap.
Yeah, that's good. Oh wait, Better Off Alone or Total Alternate Island because I love both of those
You,
stories.
you don't like to read God's Time Fate?
No, I think if I read that one again, it probably lose some of its charm. I may read that one again in the future just to see
If it,
just see what it's like. I'm reading a second
well,
time.
considering the opinions you formed for Coral Iran over the years, that would probably impact that your reading experience a bit.
Yeah. Tiana's final question: if you could rewrite someone else's fanfic that either had potential or could have been better, which one could it be? That is an
Yeah,
interesting story.
that is an interesting question.
Oh, I have a couple. I have a couple.
Shoot,
I need to
go ahead.
actually Mega Man Ghost in the Machine.
Oh,
This
I
would be
know
the
this one.
first one. This would be the
You
first one I could think of. This one. There's a couple, but this would be the one that just immediately came to immediately popped into my head first.
How about Forged Destiny? Is that one?
No, for it, I'm not. No, I don't think I'd be able to. That no,
That'd be
that
fun.
is beyond my skill.
Yeah.
But this,
Well, yeah.
but I, Ghost in the Machine is one of the most infuriating fan fictions I ever reviewed because it had everything going for it, and then it's just wasted halfway through. Oh,
Mm.
okay. So do you okay? Did you watch my review of the story?
A long time ago. I'd have to. I'll rewatch it after we're done here,
Okay,
just so I can get a refresher.
but as a refresher, the plot of Ghost in the Machine is during the time of Mega Man X, sometime after the events of Mega Man X5,
Yeah.
a Mega X and Zero find this mysterious group of sort of robots that were built long ago that were built with the
Mhm.
sole purpose of grabbing all of the robot masters from the classic Mega Man series and kind of just housing them and giving them like a place to live and something to do and trying to teach them how to do free will and all that. And
Right.
it's a very and a lot of political tension comes from it. It's like whether what is a mat like what is like the three laws to like these outdated robots, like do they have to follow the three laws of robotics, do they forge their own path, what do they do? And it was a very very intriguing political drama. like it
Okay.
like I really love the whole idea. It's like because X and Zero wanted like these robots to like be decommissioned, and because they're still a danger because they could go Maverick at any time. And meanwhile, like the King's Court, he was like, we want to have this underground living situation for them so that way they can be free. They can find their own purpose and stuff like that, and like the tension that comes from that, and them trying to find compromise. And then like halfway
Mhm.
through, we get like Wily coming back, and it just randomly turning into like, oh, Wily just spends the rest of the story just kicking everyone's ass in like a massive world war. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Like, this has nothing to do with the first half, and it's like, why? It's just so frustrating.
Yeah. And I imagine the second half is has significantly decreased in quality as opposed to the first.
Yeah, yeah, the second half of it is just so randomly at odds with the first story that I, I, I just could not like it.
Yeah. So that yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch that review. I imagine it's gonna be an interesting one to see.
Yeah, this,
Okay, what else? What other
uh,
stories?
let's see, like other stories that like, uh, catac, yeah, Cataclysma maybe.
What's that
Uh,
Powerpuff Girl one that had a really slow pacing?
that would be misconceptions. I wouldn't really
Would you
fix it. Like the only thing I would fix would just like clean up some of the stuff to just make it go a little bit faster. But that's like,
right?
it's not really, it's still a good story otherwise. Oh, the He Fu Detective Club stuff. I think
Right?
those could have been done, especially in the second half.
Right.
Um those would be the only ones I could think. Oh, Night of Salem.
Oh yeah, I remember you
Night
reviewing
of
that.
Salem there. Night of Salem. This one too.
Oh, it sounded like an interesting premise.
It was, and then it's just like Salem was just so boring.
Yeah. Well, I thought, and she was unlikable too. You mentioned that
Yeah, she was
in your
unlikable
review.
because the whole point is the fact that Salem, the whole premise of the story is that it seems like Salem was going to become like as good as you can for what Salem is, and then it's like she barely changes, and like everyone's just like, quick, just throw everything at her and hope that she stays happy.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah. So what about
Okay.
you?
Um, if we're talking about my own stories, I have a ton of those that I want to
Well, you're.
rewrite specifically to Escape Season One.
I mean,
If we're talking about
you.
other people's stories,
It has to be other people's stories because I'm pretty sure you're going to be writing. You're going to probably be rewriting like all your bad fics.
not all of them,
Not all of
not
them.
all of them,
Oh yeah, yeah. You're going
not
to
all
leave
of them.
untitled and stuff like that.
Yeah, and 10 Years of Silence and Crossover Conundrum. I'm not going to touch those. Those are fine.
Yeah.
Let me think. I have to choose my words carefully because I am friends with a lot of people who are, because I mainly read for the Mario fandom, and I am familiar with a good amount of those people as friends.
Okay.
So I have to be careful. I would honestly say if I had to choose one, Super Mario Galaxy 1: The Dark Mysteries of the Cosmos by Super Mario Bros. Ultimate.
Oh wait,
He's at
I remember you telling me about that. That was a story where he was asking should like the whole redemption thing
no,
from long ago.
no, no. He hasn't gotten to that part. Cut that out
Uh,
because
I don't think I could cut that. I don't think I cut that out. Shit! I thought he got to it.
no, he didn't.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Super Mario Brothers Ultimate. I legit thought you got to that part. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's awkward.
It's fine. Well, oh well. Well, yeah, I'd rewrite that one. I don't think I don't think I heard what you said, so that it's possibly good. But yeah, I would rewrite that one because it's a good story. It's a very, very good story. And it has just opens up a lot of potential. But um yeah, his writing style was he was still very young at the time that he wrote it
And
and
inexperienced.
yeah, inexperienced. And
Okay.
even he will admit that too. So yeah, he is actually going to rewrite not just that story, but also his series that covers the Super Mario games.
Okay.
He's going to do that. And so, yeah, if, and I asked him like a while ago, like, if for some reason you leave fan fiction, is it okay if I adopt your stories? Because I want to see them continued in any way that possible.
Okay.
So, yeah, that one.
Hold on.
So, yeah, that's it.
All right.
There we go.
So, dude, that we still have a couple of questions, but that's gonna be for part 2.
Yeah, for part 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for part 2 because it's been like an hour.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a good place to stop.
Yep. So we will see you next time when we do part 2. That probably won't come out until we probably won't do that one in for another couple weeks.
Right.
We'll figure it out. So this has been Dark Symphony and
Starlitduck.
We will see you next. We will see you in part 2. And
Yep. See you in part 2.
yes, and have a
Don't be
good
late.
Have a good Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.